Thanks for letting us come to another interview. And my first question is, how did you find the Oberburg, and who was the condition?
Well, thank you for being here. So the entrance here to the Oberburg is probably the most destroyed portion of the entire Burg.
Okay.
And a gentleman who lived here previously, for some reason that I don't understand, knocked holes into the walls and dug holes into the dirt. So refilling the holes with dirt wasn't too difficult. But some of the holes he knocked in the wall were 1 meter deep, 2.5 meters high and 2.5 meters wide. That's a different kind of problem. And above us, there's also a hole that was knocked into the wall. It's considerably smaller. It's 0.5 meter by 0.5 meter by 3/4 meter deep. But that would have to be filled in.
Okay, yeah. I see it from
this angle.
Yeah.
So this room will require a lot of work, and it will take, as I mentioned, it will take time, but it will take authorities and it will take resources.
Yeah.
Both of which are difficult to ascertain.
What are your plans to this room?
So as big a disaster as this room appears to be, the reality is there are 3 things that will have to be done here. The ceiling needs new colorpoops, obviously. So that would be the first thing. The second is the walls have to be remortared, is what we would say.
Yeah.
So, and that's not very difficult, it's just very, very time consuming. Yeah. Because you have to go square meter by square meter. But that would make a huge difference.
Okay.
And then finally, we need a floor in here. So one section already has a floor.
Yeah.
And the tiles, the bluish gray tiles that were here, is what we would like to use.
They're pretty.
Thank you. And they came with the Burg.
Yeah, okay.
I had to move them up here because they were downstairs.
Oh.
But it's okay. But we need the floor here, the floor back there, not interrupting the Schwarzberg, the foundation, and then this area that we're standing now, which is the largest of the 3 areas, obviously, but it would be the same process.
Yeah.
Move the rocks off that aren't needed. Foundation, and then the bluish gray stone tiles, and then you have it. I mean,
maybe you go for this high at first, so you have it on one
level.
Yeah,
right.
one level.
And then build up.
Yeah, then it's easier.
Yeah, that would definitely be easier.
Is there another room or something? So can you go up then?
So yes, absolutely, we can go up. So the Wendeltreppen go to the 2 rooms above us.
Okay.
The first room's in pretty good shape with a large chimney, and the room above that needs work also. But Schritt für Schritt.
Okay.
Eine Anmerkung von mir: Auf dieser Treppe sollte man nach Möglichkeit nicht betrunken sein, weil das könnte Ärger geben, wenn man da wieder runter will.
I saw this sword there, and I wanted to ask if this is a katana, because it kind of looked like it.
Okay, so that is not a katana.
Oh, okay.
It's not original, that's a replica. I have swords here which are original, very old, bayonets, very old, and I have replicas. And that was donated to me by a gentleman along with other swords down in Wiesbaden.
This chimney seems to be very high. Is there something special about it?
So, well, it's originally chimney. From the floor to where it goes into the wall is a little over 9 meters. At that point, it goes into the wall at a 45-degree angle for about 2.5 meters, and then it goes straight up to the to one of the chimneys on the roof.
If it's not in the middle, I just want to leave. I don't know why.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. There was probably nail up there I used, so
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And besides, most people who are up here are drunk, and they cannot tell. They can't tell that it's not in the middle.
Yeah.
Ich melde mich mal zwischen. Ich habe hier an diesem Stein mitten in der Halle diese Inschrift gesehen, Theo Buske, 1950. Und Lee sagte mir gerade, dass dieser Herr immer noch am Leben ist, auch immer noch hier im Ort lebt und mittlerweile Mitte 90 ist.
How long did you work on this place and what exactly do you do?
So this room really didn't require much. The floor was here, the electricity was run, the balcony was where you put in. We had to varnish the balcony, but other than that, it took 4 of us 4 days to clean it and move the former inhabitants' stuff out. He simply left what they didn't want to take, and we had to clean it all up. So it took us 4 days just to work on this room. Cobwebs and dirt and pieces of wood and sawdust. But other than that, everything you see in here either came up the Wendeltreppe or in through a window with a winch. So we brought everything up here, put it together.
So I really like this wood piece right there. It is a clock, right?
That is
a clock.
It is. It is. And that was actually here.
So can friends come here and celebrate, or other celebrations like weddings or something?
So yes, we've actually had quite a few events here. Birthdays, Halloween parties, those sorts of things. So that's a distinct possibility if someone's interested. I have worked with a colleague at Finanzamt, because I certainly don't want to run afoul of any German, tax laws.
You're searching for a name. You're searching for a name for this room, but the night hall is upstairs.
Downstairs.
Downstairs. Sorry. What do you think will this room call it?
So that's a good question. The Rittershall is in the Oberburg. We don't know the name of the original name of this room here in the Oberburg. We originally called it the Red Room because the furniture that we moved in was red. And the name stayed until a lady who had seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey told us about the Red Room. So the name had to go. And then we hold events here, also known as parties. So some people refer to it as the party room. That's not particularly dignified either, so we're searching for a better name for this room. I do know that 75 years ago, Dr. Brandt, who owned the Burg and invested a lot of money in rebuilding parts of it that were destroyed, used this room as his library. He had his bookshelves up on the balcony all the way around. I can't call it a library now because I don't have any books in there, but we think of something appropriate, and if any of the viewers out there have any ideas, I am open to suggestions.
Is there a toilet up here?
Yes, there is. So there's a small room to the right where drainage would go off, and installing the bathroom and the sink was relatively easy. It's just something that hadn't been done previously. So now there's water that clean water comes up, dirty water goes down. And we use the plumbing that was already in place. It made it very easy.
Yeah. The stairs go further up. Is there another room?
So above us there is the top room, and above that was the old ceiling that was destroyed in a fire many years ago. And right now we just use it for storage. It would be close to being the final project.
Okay.
Just trying to take this Schritt for Schritt, yeah. And that's a big project.
Okay.
The ceiling, to replace the ceiling on the Oberburg will take, couple of 100,000 euros. So, but yeah, there's another room above this one.
Okay. This room is still raw but very beautiful. With these little corners, it would be great for another party room.
Yeah, absolutely. This will be towards the end of the rebuilding, reconstruction, refurbishment of the entire roof. Because above us, the ceiling here was put in, I believe, in the 1960s. It needs to come off. The walls need to be rebuilt 2 to 3 meters high. They're approximately 2 meters thick. And then a very large roof has to be put back on. But eventually, this could be, and several people have said they think this would be the most beautiful room in the Burg, which I can see that. It's just, it's so far down the tracks. Right now we use it for storage.
Or maybe you can make this for a sleeping room for guests, or maybe a B&B.
Right, this would be a nice small apartment. For if we can get the authorities and the money to install water, electricity. We don't really have electricity up here.
So I was here with Marcus and I said to him this would be a nice apartment, so maybe there a little kitchen, maybe there a little office or something, and maybe here the bedroom, and then you can make there the bed, you can stand it there, and there's a little sitting area or something.
Oh, right. So, we've thought about that. Our thoughts was that larger alcove would be the bathroom, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
I mean, we're open.
I wasn't in there, so I don't know this.
Feel free to take a walk in, and a kitchen in one of these small kitchen area, beds divided up, but it would be eventually, it could be a very nice apartment up here.
There is a ladder, right?
There is a ladder. It goes up to the metal roof that was installed back in the 60s.
Okay. Is it allowed to go up there or not?
It's allowed. I mean, I can allow it.
Okay.
It's not recommended. The roof is in pretty bad shape.
Okay.
When we purchased the Burg, the roof had been leaking, so part of the contract was the former owner had to fix the leaks.
Okay.
And then we have to put the old ceiling on. The old ceiling, according to the diagrams we have, are a little taller than the two chimneys. Okay? And they are supported here in the center with a 1 meter by 1 meter tree trunk. It's a continuation of the center beams, or center posts, center mast, downstairs on the first and second floor.
Lee, thanks for the interview and for showing me the Oberburg. We hope that the series will help to reach some helpers and supporters for you.
Well, thank you for coming again. I do appreciate it. People that I spoke with who saw Teil 1 for the first part were very, very happy. I'm very, very happy with it, so thank you. And any interest that we can generate is a good thing. People are always welcome to come as you folks have and helped out here. It's just too large of a project for the very limited crew that we have now, but Schritt for Schritt, and I hope to see you back here in the future.